Hello students, welcome back to the English session. Today let us start with a new poem. Poem number 12. Why English is so hard? Open your textbook to page number 26. First we all will recite the poem and then I will explain you stanza wise. Let's begin. Well, begin with a box and the plural is boxes. But the plural of ox should be oxen, not oxes. You may find a lone mouse or a whole lot of mice. But the plural of a house is houses, not highs. If the plural of man is always called men, why shouldn't the plural of pan be called pen? And I speak of a foot, and you show me your feet. But I give you a boot. Would a pair be called beat? That one may be that, and three may be those. Yet the plural of hat would never be hose. The masculine pronouns are he, his, and him. But imagine the feminine she, shiz and shim. So our English, I think you will all agree, is the trickiest language you ever did see. Now let us start with the explanation. Now we will see the explanation of the first stanza. Children, you all have learnt about plural forms, right? Singular and plural. So here in this poem, we are going to learn about that only. Now a box is in singular form, and if many boxes are there, what do we call it? Boxes. But children, what is the plural form of ox? Is it oxes? No, it is oxen. The next stanza, a single mouse is there. Suppose one mouse is there. We called it as mouse. If many mouse are there, more than one, what do we call it as? We call it as mice. But children, you can see the spelling of house. H-O-U-S-E, house. The plural form is houses. Do we say it is highs? No. Children, you can see here in the spelling of house and mouse, only a single word is changed. That is, for mouse, M is written, and for house, in the starting, H is written. But still, when it comes to the plural form of the words changes. For mouse, we write mice. And for house, we write houses. Do we write highs? No. Now children, let us see the third stanza. Now children, we have learned this. The plural form of man is men. M-A-N, man. The plural form is men, M-E-N, men. Now children, it is very surprised that the plural form of pan is pans. Do we write it as pen? Here also you can see a single word is changed. M-A-N, man, M-E-N, men in the plural form. But in the same case of pan, P-A-N, pan is there. A-N is there, in the starting P is there. Still, we write it as pans. Do we write it as pen? No, pen is a different thing. The next stanza. The poet is saying, and I speak of a foot, and you show me your feet. Now children, we know, 1 foot, 2 feet. We call it as feet. Do we say foots? No, we say it as feet in the plural form. But children, for boot, do we say it as beat? No, we say boots in the plural form. Now let us see the fifth stanza. That one may be that, and 3 may be those. Yet the plural of hat would never be hose. Now children, one hat is there, many hats. But for that, do we say that's? No, we call it as those. T-H-O-S-E, those. One that and many those. Now children, let us see about the masculine and the feminine. For boys, that is for gents, we say he, his and him. But for girls, that is for ladies, do we call it as she, shiz and shim? No. We use the words she, her, hers. But here how it is said? She, shiz and shim. So this is wrong English. So children, here the conclusion is, after listening to so many examples, you all will agree that English is the trickiest language, that is very funny, very different language you have ever seen. I hope children the poem is understood. So children, this is the reason why the poet gave the title, Why English is So Hard. But children, is it so that it is really hard? No, because if you try, nothing is hard. So you should always try to speak English and your English vocabulary is going to improve. Thank you.